It's time to go beyond what a smartphone can do. With a massive camera, an entirely new category of innovations, and never-before-seen display technology, this is the iPhone 16. We're 1 month away from September when Apple typically announces new iPhones. Unless the company changes the way it names iPhones, it's likely the next series will be known as the iPhone 16 series. For the first time in years, we might see brand new, larger display sizes for the iPhone 16 Pro models, while the base iPhone 16 models may be getting an interesting new button. After Apple's WWDC 2024 event, some things about the upcoming iPhone 16 series are concrete on a software level. It's expected that Apple will continue the 4-model lineup of the iPhone 15 generation. Based on Apple's history of recent iPhone releases, it's likely we'll see the same lineup as the iPhone 15 series, including an iPhone 16, iPhone 16 Plus, iPhone 16 Pro, and iPhone 16 Pro Max. There's always the potential that Apple will shake things up. It's done so in the past by replacing the iPhone mini models with the iPhone Plus models, and rumors of an iPhone Ultra model have occasionally surfaced over the last few years. Yet, there's no solid indication Apple will make any major changes regarding the model lineup for the iPhone 16. The base iPhone 16 models are likely to stay the same size as the base iPhone 15s, while the iPhone 16 Pro models may get larger screens. The iPhone 16 Pro will reportedly have a larger 6.3-inch display compared to the 6.1-inch display on the iPhone 15 Pro. The iPhone 16 Pro Max is projected to have a larger 6.9-inch display than the 6.7-inch display on the iPhone 15 Pro Max. The iPhone 16 and iPhone 16 Plus are expected to keep Apple's current display sizing at 6.1 inches and 6.7 inches respectively. However, based on speculation on new display sizes, the iPhone 16 Pro models may be slightly larger than the iPhone 15 Pro models. The camera module on the base iPhone 16 models could look similar to the iPhone X and iPhone XS models. Apple just updated the iPhone's design with the softer edges on the iPhone 15 series and the titanium frame on the iPhone 15 Pro, so we're not expecting any significant changes to the iPhone 16. However, we might see new color options across the board, which Apple has done with previous generations. The iPhone 16 and iPhone 16 Plus may adopt a pill-shaped camera module that could look similar to the iPhone X and iPhone XS camera module, rather than the square modules on current and previous iPhone generations. Meanwhile, there's no indication that Apple has changed the camera module design on the iPhone 16 Pro series. Apple could bring the iPhone 15 Pro's action button to each iPhone 16 model. The iPhone 16 and iPhone 16 Plus are set to adopt the action button to replace the iconic notifications mute switch. The action button, which debuted on the iPhone 15 Pro models, offers quick access to customizable functions like activating the camera, turning on the flashlight, toggling a focus mode, and switching silent mode on or off. The base iPhone 15 models lacked this button. iPhone 16 models will have the new button designed for recording video. The capture button will be located on the bottom right edge of the phone, and it's said to be touch-sensitive to register varying levels of pressure and swipes for extra functions. Swiping left and right on the capture button may offer a zooming function, applying light pressure could offer extra focus control, and heavier pressure could start a video recording. Unlike the iPhone 15 Pro models, the iPhone 16 Pro may match the high-end zoom lens of its Pro Max counterpart. Apple could bring uniformity to the iPhone 16 Pro's lineup's cameras, as it may include a tetraprism zoom lens on the iPhone 16 Pro, not just the iPhone 16 Pro Max. Indeed, only the iPhone 15 Pro Max features a 5x tetraprism zoom lens for extended zoom range, while the iPhone 15 Pro has a standard 3x zoom lens. As Apple has done with every new iPhone generation, the cameras themselves may be slightly tweaked, but it's likely they'll keep the same resolution as the iPhone 15 series. Apple executive Craig Federighi presenting Apple Intelligence at WWDC 2024, iOS 18 will bring a new slate of new software features to the iPhone 16 series. The iPhone 16 will herald the latest version of Apple's mobile operating system, iPhone 18, which the company announced at WWDC on June 10th. While several older iPhone models will also support iOS 18, only the iPhone 15 Pro and later models will support Apple's AI, or Apple Intelligence as the company calls it. This proprietary AI, coupled with the integration of OpenAI's ChatGPT, will enhance several aspects of compatible iPhones, including Siri, anything that involves writing and text, editing photos, and more. The new iOS 18 operating system will include support for RCS messaging, which should open up more features between iOS and Android users and texts, like sharing higher resolution photos and videos that don't look incredibly pixelated, as well as read receipts. Text messages from Android users will still appear as a green bubble. The iPhone 16 will have the ability to send messages via satellite connection with iOS 18 if you're in a place with no cell signal, even if it's not an emergency. The iPhone 16 Pro models are likely to receive another Pro processor to power Apple's AI features in iOS 18. Apple's iPhone 16 series, the Pro models, will likely run on a processor and other components specially tuned for AI compared to previous iPhone generations. The company made it clear that AI will be a major focus when iOS 18 is released in the fall. Certainly, we expect Apple will announce a new processor for the iPhone 16 Pro models, which could be called the A18 Pro. Apple introduced its first Pro processor with the A17 Pro on their iPhone 15 Pro models, so it makes sense the company would add a new Pro processor in the iPhone 16 Pro models to further accommodate AI. It's unclear whether the base iPhone 16 models will support Apple's AI features in iOS 18, which makes it equally unclear what kind of processor it would run. A mental-shelled L-shaped battery will be for Apple's next generation of iPhone. With the advent of the iPhone 15 series, Apple increased the battery capacity of the iPhone 15 Pro Max to make it the largest battery ever used in an iPhone. This year's iPhone 16 Pro Max could get up to 30 hours plus battery life compared to 29 for the iPhone 15 Pro Max. This improved battery life is potentially due to the new batteries having higher energy density, which means more milliamp hours of battery capacity in the same area, meaning a higher capacity and hopefully a longer battery life. The iPhone 16 could cost the same as the iPhone 15 series, but bigger upgrades in the iPhone 16 Pro models might lead to higher prices. No reliable or familiar sources are placing numbers for the iPhone 16 lineup's pricing. Apple's iPhone pricing has largely remained the same across its lineup since the iPhone 12 series in 2020, with only the iPhone 15 Pro Max getting a 100 year-over-year price increase since. From an annual trend perspective, since Apple already made a price change in the iPhone 15 series, we would expect the iPhone 16 lineup to keep the same starting prices of $799 base, $899 plus, $999 Pro, and $1,199 for a Pro Max. Yet, it wouldn't be surprising to see a price increase for the iPhone 16 Pro models, as price increases tend to accompany more significant design changes or feature additions, like the predicted larger screens and differently sized designs. As for a release date, it's generally accepted that Apple will announce its iPhone 16 lineup in the fall of this year, likely in September, as the company has historically done for years. The company typically releases its new iPhones between 1 and 2 weeks after its fall iPhone launch event. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe for more innovative contents.